Sarah Parker tightened her grip on the steering wheel of her aging sedan, her knuckles white with tension. The check engine light blinked ominously, a reminder of yet another problem she couldn't afford to fix. The car sputtered as she pulled into the daycare parking lot, and she sent up a silent prayer that it would start again when she needed to leave. Life as a single mother had never been easy, but lately, it felt like the universe was testing her limits. Between juggling 2 jobs, raising her 4-year-old son, Liam, and struggling to keep up with bills, every day felt like a battle. But she refused to let the exhaustion win. Liam was her world, and she would do anything to give him the life he deserved. She hurried inside to pick him up, forcing a smile despite the weight on her shoulders. Liam, with his bright eyes and infectious laughter, ran toward her, throwing his little arms around her legs. "Mommy, guess what?" he said excitedly. "Miss Jenny said I was the best at sharing today." Sarah ruffled his hair, her heart swelling. "That's wonderful, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you." Miss Jenny, one of the daycare workers, walked over with a warm smile. "Sarah, can I talk to you for a second?" Sarah's stomach clenched. She hoped this wasn't about another late payment. She had promised to catch up soon, but money was tighter than ever. "I just wanted to say that you're doing an amazing job with Liam," Miss Jenny said gently. "He's such a kind, loving boy. And I know things haven't been easy for you lately." Sarah swallowed the lump in her throat. "I'm trying my best." "I know you are," Miss Jenny said. "And I just want you to know that you're not alone. People notice how hard you work." Sarah nodded, grateful but too embarrassed to admit just how much she was struggling. She said a quick goodbye and carried Liam to the car, holding her breath as she turned the key. The engine hesitated before finally coming to life with a reluctant groan. On the drive home, Sarah couldn't stop thinking about Miss Jenny's words. "You're not alone." It was a nice sentiment, but the truth was, she often felt completely alone. That night, after putting Liam to bed, she sat at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of unpaid bills. Her chest tightened as she realized she had just enough for rent and food, but not for the car repairs. If her car broke down, she would lose her job. If she lost her job, she would lose everything. A single tear slipped down her cheek. The next morning, she woke up determined. She would figure it out, like she always did. She dropped Liam off at daycare and headed to work at the diner, where she spent her days pouring coffee and smiling through exhaustion. At the end of her shift, just as she was about to leave, her manager, Carol, called her over. "Sarah, someone left something for you," Carol said, handing her a small envelope. Confused, Sarah opened it. Inside was a simple note. "Keep going. You are loved." And tucked beneath the note, was a set of car keys. Sarah's heart pounded. What is this?" she whispered. Carol grinned and gestured outside. "Go see for yourself." Trembling, Sarah stepped into the parking lot. Parked in front of the diner was a brand new silver SUV, its paint gleaming under the afternoon sun. A bright red bow was tied to the hood. Tears blurred her vision as she turned to Carol. "I don't understand. Who did this?" Carol shook her head. "They wanted to stay anonymous. All they said was that they wanted to help." Sarah covered her mouth, overwhelmed. The weight she had been carrying for so long suddenly felt lighter. Someone out there, someone she didn't even know, had seen her struggles and chosen to help. Liam's laughter echoed in her mind, and she realized something profound: she truly wasn't alone. That night, as she drove her new car home, her heart overflowed with gratitude. She didn't know who had done this for her, but she knew one thing: when she was in a position to help someone else, she would pay this kindness forward. Because that was the power of humanity. And in that moment, for the first time in a long time, Sarah believed in miracles.